Welcome to Interlagos, Brazil, one of the classic Formula One tracks, and I'm glad to be here finally. And this is Assetto Corsa with the 2021 signage, which is kind of mind-blowing that someone did that. Now we're heading into the Senna S, which is very tricky, and I think I don't get on the throttle quite early enough, although I'm a little bit ahead of Lewis on his pole lap for a little bit, but not very long. We go along here until we get to this sharp left, which is very fun because you can really get on the throttle fast. And this part of the track is super fast, and then you can take this turn flat, but then you have to slow down pretty quickly until we get to this infield section, which is very, very tight. Take this very tight left before this almost hairpin, sort of a fast hairpin that I know I take very, very slowly. And then we get to the tightest turn on the course here, and I really missed the apex. But then we go full throttle here through Mergulho, which is very fun and very tricky. And then this last tight turn, and then we go full throttle for a long time because this is just a long bending straight. And the primary DRS zone is coming up here near the pit entrance, and that is getting to the end of the lap. See what I get at 1:15.926. You know, I feel fast on this track, but I'm clearly not. And I was surprised to find myself ahead of Lewis until about the end of the Senna S. Then he pulled way ahead of me. So haven't quite figured out this track, and sort of oddly, I've barely driven this track in the racing sims at all, even though it's very common. Back in the 70s, this was a much longer track, almost as long as Spa, but over time they've been gradually cutting out parts of the track, and in fact the Senna S cuts off a huge section of track. This track is named after Brazilian Formula One driver Carlos Pace, who was killed just a couple of weeks before I saw my one and only Formula One race in person, and that happened only like a month after Tom Price was killed in South Africa. So we were losing drivers at a pretty alarming rate back then, and it's nice to see those occurrences are so rare and have so much impact now. The next race is at Qatar, and I don't know if I'll be doing that because I'm not sure if a track for that exists.